Good day! Are we digitally ready? This is the question that teachers and learners are probably asking right now. With the advent of DepEd's Digital Rise program, the Open Educational Resources, or OER, was woven together and finally realized. This project prioritizes the necessity to enhance the digital literacy skills of every teacher and learner in the country. Our OER mission is to connect the disconnected. OER is indeed an innovative initiative with a lofty aim to get disconnected schools and last-mile schools connected through ICT even without an internet connection.
It is designed to cater to the need of these schools for interactivity, digitalization, and delivery of 21st century skills that will ensure that every learner is future ready. Join us in another training workshop and learn more about open educational resources, whose primary purpose is to provide support and assistance to learners and teachers in this rapid advancement of technology. Our goal is to build and strengthen the capabilities of public and private teachers, school heads, and supervisors by teaching you to create and design interactive, localized, and contextualized instructional materials for teaching using basic, advanced, and proficiency software and tools. Surely, this will be another exciting and engaging webinar training workshop. Together, let's all rise amidst this crisis. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, para sa guro. Sulong, ito kalidad!
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICT's Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del P. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
A blessed Tuesday to all. Welcome to our Health Optimizing Physical Education for ETUlay online tutorial. We are now on our week 4 and magandang umaga po sa ating mga parents, teachers, and especially sa ating mga grade 12 students. Welcome and good morning po. Ako po muli ang inyong lingkod, Tutor Shen, and let me help and guide you understand more the lessons and the activities set for this subject. Please remember our Hope For schedule. It is every Tuesday from 11 o'clock in the morning up to 12 noon. Again and again, please like and share the following Facebook pages for ETUlay online tutorial. We have DepEd Edtech Unit, DepEd Philippines, and also DepEd Tayo. Also, you may subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have DepEd Edtech Unit and DepEd TV. So please like and share and subscribe po. And let me welcome and greet our viewers and participants for today. Good morning, Nens Janami Abasolo. Good morning din sa'yo, Vian Bozar. We also have there Koji Danielle. Good morning po. Again and again, welcome sa week 4 ng ating Hope for ETUlay online tutorial. Yes, we also have there Mary Joy Parantar. Good morning sa'yo, watching from New Canaan Integrated School District Division of Sarangani. Good morning din sa'yo, Eric Tristan Labro. And at this point of time, let's have a review on our previous lesson regarding the week 3 lesson. So I hope you're ready for our review. Let's have a short recap lang ng ating napag-aralan. What recreational activity ang ating napag-aralan last week? So all you have to do is answer the following questions. Please write your answer sa ating comment box. Are you guys ready? Now let me show you the first question po. Last week, we talked about mountaineering. And can you please tell me what is mountaineering? Can you write in our comment box the answer? Okay. Yes. When we talk about mountaineering, it is a sport. All right. It is particularly a sport for mountain climbing. That's right. And remember, there are two exciting activities that we can do when we engage to mountaineering. So yes, we have there yung tinatawag nating hiking and trekking. So what's the difference between the two? Can you please type in your answer sa ating comment box? How would hiking differ from trekking? They can differ from what aspect? Ano nga po ano nga po ang mga aspetong iyon? And also you may answer which one is more challenging. Is it hiking or trekking? Okay, that's right. They can differ sa preparation. So usually ang hiking, it's shorter than trekking. Trekking would last for weeks or even months. That's right. Also, they can differ from aside from the duration, the preparation you have to make. Since for trekking, it would require extensive planning sa mga dadalhin and even yung mga locations, okay, yung mga marked trails na iyong dadaanan. And also, yes, according to Roshine Regis, no, yes, it's more challenging kapag you engage yourself to trekking. That is correct. Aside from the duration and also the preparation, they differ with the intensity. Yes, because a shorter period of time between 2 to 8 hours sa hiking, trekking, it would last for weeks or number of days or even months. So there would be an intensive physical training. Okay, it would require an intense physical training when you engage yourself to trekking. Okay, so very good job on that. Yes, that was our previous lesson about mountaineering activities. And aside from that, we also discuss about the mountaineering essentials. Okay. So if you're going to engage or participate to mountaineering, either hiking or trekking, what are the things that you need to bring? So kindly mention nga po, ano yung mga dapat nating isaalang-alang o dalhin if you're going to engage with this kind of activity. So ano yung dapat ninyo pong dalhin? Yes, you can have, you have to bring your backpack. Yeah, because it is where you have to put yung mga essential things na kakailanganin mo. Aside from that, you also have to consider your footwear. So remember, for the footwear, we can have the hiking shoes, hiking boots, and also we have there the backpacking boots. Very good. And for some na kailangan ng it would assist the trekkers, no, or hikers sa mga challenging terrain. Ano po ang kailangan nila? Definitely they will need the trekking pole. So aside from that, syempre, you also have to bring the your first aid kit, okay, in case of emergency, your food, water that is intended for the hours or the days you have to engage in this activity. And if you have to if it would last for how many days and weeks, so you'll be needing your cooking essentials, your sleeping essentials, okay, and yeah, the sufficient food needed. If somehow sensitive ang inyong skin, you might bring some sunscreen or insect repellent to protect your skin. Yeah, some they be needing some trail map to guide their way on to reach the top of the mountain. So those are some of the mountaineering essentials. Okay, so that's for mountaineering, our lesson for week 3. So I hope you enjoyed the week 3 lesson last week. And this time, let's have another activity. This is a glimpse on what could be the lesson that we have to discuss today. So the activity is entitled Bananagrams. So you just have to rearrange the letters. I'll be showing you some letters later on, and then rearrange it. And I want you to think of a similar word or synonym of it. So meaning to say, after rearranging the letters, okay, I want you to think of a word that is similar with the given with a rearranged word, a rearranged letter that come up with a certain word. So let's have the first one. Okay, kindly guess what word do we have. So please rearrange the letters. Okay, so what word do we have? Yes, we have the word pacing. That's correct. So what could be a similar word for pacing? Okay, some of you says yeah, pace. So pacing somehow you can you would know the rate of pacing when you walk. Okay, very good. Let's have another word. Now please rearrange the letters. Can you guess this word? These two words? Yes, the answer is we have there the heart rate. What could be a similar term or word for heart rate? You might be thinking about, yes, the pulse rate. That's correct. Heartbeat. All right. And now let's have here the last. Now please rearrange the letters. And what word do we have? Now the answer is, it is exertion. That is correct. Now, can you remember these, exertion, heart rate, and also pacing? What are these? So if your answer is about the physiological indicators, you are correct. So today we are about to talk about, for week 4, it's analyze physiological indicators applied to outdoor swimming and camping. So another recreational activity that we are about to learn is outdoor swimming and camping. Let me mention our most essential learning competency. This is to analyze physiological indicators such as heart rate, rate of perceived exertion, and pacing associated with the MVPAs or moderate vigorous physical activities to monitor and or adjust participation or effort. Now, these are our specific objectives for today. The first one is describe the nature and background of outdoor swimming and camping, and then identify the different preparations for outdoor swimming and camping. Next one, we also have to analyze the physiological indicators such as the heart rate, rate of perceived exertion, and pacing associated with MVPAs to monitor and or adjust participation or effort. And the last one is to select specific aspect of physiological indicators that add value when approaching MVPAs monitoring. Now, we will start with outdoor camping and swimming. Let's learn about this. Meron po ba sa inyo, you were able to experience outdoor camping back when you were, back when we haven't experienced this pandemic? Or any one of you who are members ng Boy Scout of the Philippines and Girl Scout of the Philippines? So you can just type yes if you're a member of BSP or GSP and you were able to experience outdoor camping. Yes, ako din, no, back when I was in elementary and high school, I was an active member of Girl Scout of the Philippines, and it's a fun activity when it comes to outdoor camping. So let's learn more about this. Let's identify what is outdoor camping. Outdoor camping is one of the exciting outdoor recreational activities one could ever experience. So you might, sabi ko nga, you might associate camping to Girl Scout activities or Boy Scout. Camping is one of the common activity in Boy Scout and Girl Scout. And this kind of activity, this passive recreational activities, well, it wouldn't require prepared facilities because you will just have to, bring your tent, okay? And somehow this is unique physical activity, okay? Wherein this recreational activity would also convey opportunities for protection and restoration ng ating natural resources, even to appreciate the nature, the beauty of nature, okay? And also tinuturo din sa atin na how yung cultural and sociological awareness. Now, when we talk about outdoor camping, we have these two kinds of camping. Now, the first one, we have the so-called front country camping. And this is commonly called car camping. Now, this type of camping is held in parks with different markings, which made this known as travel trail camping. So, this front country camping, this kind of camp, well, ang nangyayari dyan is like, for example, you just have to establish your campground, okay? Or, for example, you will just visit a certain area wherein it's accessible, sa mga hospitals or even near the road, okay? And then you will just just pitch your tent there, set up picnic tables, okay? And mag-grill kayo, all right? So this is the characteristic of front country camping, okay? Meanwhile, we have here the back country camping. Okay? Ang backcountry camping naman, so that will be the opposite of front country camping. So kasi pag front country camping, well, it is accessible sa road, okay? Unlike here, pag backcountry camping, you must plan, you must carefully plan what you need, and also you also have to be physiologically prepared. Now, for backcountry camping, this is also called as the great outdoors, okay? Kasi you won't have the idea, or you won't really know no what will nature throw onto your journey when you engage to a backcountry camping. Somehow, okay, campers here, they have to be well prepared in terms of survival skills, okay, and also they have knowledge in the depth of wilderness, okay. Kasi some people, they are very adventurous, and they have the enthusiasm to explore more about the natural wonders, okay. So somehow, careful planning is really necessary for this, because yung access natin, when it comes to, for example, to hospitals, all right, access natin, or yung access natin for some people who could help us, for example, is not it's not an easy access. So careful planning is very essential. The preparation is very much needed for backcountry camping. Now, let's have here the tips to prepare for a safe camping. This is a recommendation of Dr. Lloyd 2020, and we this will be a preparation, or to take proper precautions, no, so that you can keep yourself safe, okay, if you want to plan having a outdoor camp. So let's have first is stay local. So what do we mean by stay local? Well, at least you have to choose a camp in local parks, campgrounds, or mountains, or even lakes, or beaches. No. At least this would eliminate non-essential travel outside your community. Next one is avoid busy times. Weekdays and other regular days are best for camping instead of yung mga holidays, all right, or weekends. Especially nowadays, no, camping at busy times busy places where there are a lot of people, you might expose yourself to the risk of being exposed to potentially asymptomatic individuals. Aside from that, you have to travel with family only. As much as possible, travel with your family. You have to keep a group of a small group as you travel, and especially exactly um, uh, since these are your family members, you would know that they are free from any or they're not exposed from such viruses. And also, you even though now we travel with a small group of people, no, it's better to keep in mind yung social distancing, so still maintain the social distancing, and samahan nyo na yung mask, face shields at all times. And then we also have there wash your hands. So frequent hand washing, it slows the spread of COVID, or the virus and other germs. So you might keep with you your alcohol and your sanitizers or disinfectants whenever you travel. But still, we are encouraged to stay at home, no. But in case, for example, in your areas that you can, it is allowed for this kind of activity, no. So these are the things, safety tips that you have to remember. But again, as much as possible, if we can just stay at home, better yet, let's just stay at home. Next, let's learn more about recreational swimming. Okay? So, for example, no, front country camping ka, and then you're just near the river or the beach, okay? You can also have this kind of activity. Now, what's the meaning of recreational swimming? This is the natural flotation of the body through neutral buoyancy, in which the limbs, arms, and legs move in coordination. So when you engage to recreational swimming, no, this activity is great for all ages. It can be a means of exercise, okay, and the objective of this activity is just to have fun and enjoy your company with your family. This is a good way for them to relax and feel good. Okay. Here, unlike for competitive swimming, no, um, for recreational activity, you just have to move your legs, your limbs, and enjoy the water. So these are the things that you can the some activities that you can do when you the styles, for example, just breaststroke, freestyle, mga side stroke. All right, so those are the movements that you can do in recreational swimming. Lalo na ngayong kahit pa paano, no, mainit ang panahon, though we experience ang pag-ulan during a very hot weather. It's really nice uh, to have a recreational swimming with the family. But then on, with our current situation, to keep us safe, let's stay at home na lang. And let's do this kind of activities, outdoor camping and recreational swimming, kapag mas maayos at nasa, kahit pa paano, nakakabalik na tayo sa dati nating activities, o yung it's safer na to go out and do this activity. Let's have here how to swim safely in rivers and natural environments. So for its recreational swimming, so it's either in rivers, okay, in beaches, or other water resources. We're in safer to have this recreational swimming. Now, this is according to American Red Cross 2021. So it's very important that we have knowledge, no, as we explore the environment when we swim. For example, it's better that we know yung water component, yung current, yung waves, okay, or even the depth and shallowness of the water. And here are some of the tips. So the first one is be aware of hazards and weather. So in this case, you have to know what could be the weather in case you will do this kind of recreational swimming. So somehow kasi unexpected changes in air or water temperature, okay? And also you have, for example, the location, you have to be cautious about yung mga kung may thunder or lightning, okay? And also, ano pa bang pwedeng mga hazards? Yung mga fast-moving currents, okay? Yung waves, okay? Or even shallow waters, okay? O yung mga dams, yung mga pwedeng underwater obstacles, o may mga rocks and debris, okay? Aside from that, yung mga drop-offs that can, unexpectedly change the water depth. All right? And somehow baka kasi itong lugar na to, these are prone to some activities in the same water. Like for example, may boating pa lang activity with that particular place. So be aware of hazards and weather. Next one is establish and enforce rules and safe behaviors. So somehow, no, as you go to the water, if for checking, you just have to enter your water feet first for your safety, no, just to know how depth yung lalim din ng tubig, and then do not enter the water from a height, so such as bridge or boat. Also, you have to be careful when you are standing, somehow to prevent you from being knocked over ng current or ng waves. Okay, and as much as possible, you swim with a buddy for in case of emergency. One can ask for help or can help you. Another one is practice water safety tips. Okay, so for example, somehow with your companions, with your group, no, there is one who knows how to swim, and also at least in case of in case of unexpected situation, no? As a certain family member or a companion of you, your buddy knows what to do in case of water emergencies. So those are some tips on how you can swim safely in rivers and at other natural environments. So that's for outdoor camping and recreational swimming. Now this time, we will learn about the physiological preparations. Okay, so physiologically speaking, sabi natin kanina, all right, when we have the bananagram, so sa ang activity, no, we have to know the physiological indicators. At least this is, to measure an individual's response to particularly a changing environment. So let's now learn about the different physiological indicators. Yan. So for the physiological indicators, let's start with heart rate. So heart rate, this is defined as the number of times the heart muscle contracts or beats average for a specific period of time. Okay, and aside from heart rate, we also have the resting heart rate. So this is defined naman as the number of heartbeats when you aren't exercising or doing nothing. Okay? With this, no, alam natin, no, what is our maximum heart rate? Again and again, ano nga po ang what is the maximum heart rate of an individual? Again, what is the maximum heart rate of an individual? That is 220. But we can have our personal maximum heart rate. So that would depend on your age. So what is the formula nga po? Can you still remember? What is the formula of getting your personal maximum heart rate? And it's 220 minus your age. So if you are 20 years old, so just 220 minus 20, then your personal maximum heart rate is 200. Okay? Let's now learn more about this. Now, let's have, also, we have here, pag sa pulse rate to, you can get your pulse rate. For example, you can check your heart rates using the radial pulse rate. Okay, pwede ring carotid pulse rate. You have the temporal, also the brachial. Some, they are using some assistive device to be able to get your heart rate. When it comes to resting heart rate po, no, it's better that, sabi nila, you can get your resting heart rate when you wake up early in the morning. So somehow, no, hindi ka pa prone sa mga different activities. Okay? Now, in engaging sa mga recreational swimming and camping, it is very important that you know your steady heart rate, okay? And also you have to analyze your status before you participate. Now, sabi ko nga, di ba, within the age can be a factor in knowing your heart rate and also your maximum heart rate. Now, we have now the next physiological indicator is the rate of perceived exertion. So this is to measure the intensity of your activity. Now, when it comes to your RPE, no, this is the number that corresponds the intensity ng inyong exercise. So this is very helpful for you to monitor how hard people are working, okay? Especially kung wala namang heart rate monitor na available. Okay, so at least it could also, it can be used for anyone to know for kung beginning or to advance ang fitness level. So here, you can get your rate of perceived exertion, no? From the scale that runs from 0 to 10. And meron tayong isang tinatawag na scale. This is called the Borg scale. Now, this rates exertion, we start from 6 points. It means no exertion. And then we also have there the 20 points. It's the maximum exertion. Now, to analyze your rate of perceived exertion na po, you may take an estimated RPE ninyo and then you just have to multiply it by 10. Now, for example, if you think your activity merits on the scale ng 14, then you just have to multiply that by 10 and it will make your heartbeats, okay, 140. Well, the purpose is for just self-monitoring. This is not to compare your rate of your RPE with others. Okay? Kasi maaaring we have unique RPE. So using, for example, if you're just laying on the couch, somehow there's no physical activity, yung effort mo, yung intensity, no? So that could be, the RPE scale is 0. So kung equivalent natin yan, sabi natin kasi 6 points to 20, sa Borg scale, ang RPE from the Borg scale is 6. Kung 1 to 0 to 10, okay, that's just 0. For example naman, ang activity mo is you bend because you are putting on your shoes. Okay, so somehow there's yung effort, no? Yung medyo noticeable na siya, somehow 0 to 2.5 kapag yung 0 to 10 scale ko. Let's have the Borg scale, no? Nasa 7 to 8 na. So that's noticeable. Or let's have, for example, ang activity mo naman is leisurely walking. Okay? So, chill lang habang you just walk normally, okay? Wherein it wouldn't increase your heart rate, no? So it can, kapag nasa Borg scale na tayo, it's 9 to 10, for example, that would consider be your exertion is very light. But, you know, if you do such activities na wherein there's a short burst of activity, like for example, sprint, you engage to sprint, okay? Somehow, you would achieve yung 19 to 20 maximum exertion. So you can achieve yung maximum effort na tinatawag natin. Now, you just have to remember the monitoring of your heart rate and also your RPE will guide you in the maintenance and monitoring yung safe zone ninyo. Okay, before you participate to such outdoor activities like recreational camping and swimming. And then we have here the last one is pacing. Now, when we talk about pacing, this refers to the rate of doing physical activities. So, for example, no, a person might be doing such activity, like for example, walking. You can take it in a slow manner when you engage to this activity, or you might do them in a fast manner, or you can walk in a quick manner. And pacing, it will allow you to change the way you perform a certain physical activity. Okay? And somehow you can see yung successful changes na gagawin mo as you do certain physical activities. Now, for recreational camping and swimming, this are considered mga passive recreational activity. Wherein, particularly, there is where slow pacing can be experienced. And what could be some of the activities, for example, no, for camping, okay, you just have to, mag-grill, okay, you're within your group, nakaupo lang kayo, okay, nagkakantahan, sharing stories, enjoying the nature, okay. So this can be a passive recreation. For recreational swimming, so usually if you just stand, all right, you just somehow moving your limbs and your legs, okay, and then enjoying the water. So that can be considered as a passive recreational activity. Now we have here some of the steps for you to check your pacing. So the first step will be is to establish your baseline for each activity. Now, pag sinabi nating baseline, this is the amount of activity before you flare up, no? It's like you can for some pain na pwedeng ma-experience because of a high intensity activity, no? It somehow pain can be controllable, and you can test your tolerance. Okay. So if you want to engage to recreational camping in the mountains, no, so it's better that you have to check your heart's steady beat muna, okay, while you walk. So, for example, hiking may require you to walk for a certain distance when you go to the campsite. Next one is to set a rest or break time if you plan to perform the activity, especially in chunks of time. So, for example, in outdoor swimming, okay, so it's important you have a lot of time to rest, okay, especially if you experience muscle fatigue. Okay. Kapag outdoor camping naman, well, this wouldn't require much movement unless may other physical activities kayo, or active physical activities na isinagawa during your camping. Next one is gradually and systematically increase your tolerance by setting goals. So, the increase from your baseline, no. For example, for passive recreational activities on a more challenging activities. Okay, so it's very important that you have to keep track of your baseline. Hindi pwedeng from simple, no, and then biglaan, okay, because somehow mape-pressure ang iyong katawan, ang iyong body, wherein hindi careful, hindi masyadong prepared ang iyong katawan from a very challenging activity. So it should be gradually, okay, as you increase whatever physical activities that you have to do. Now, we have here the different physiological indicators. So again, pacing, your heart rate, sama na natin si resting heart rate, as well as your exertion or rate of perceived exertion, RPE. Well, these physiological indicators is considered a signal on how well your body respond sa mga varied physical activities na iyong ginagawa. So, this will allow you to check on your progress, for example, in terms of yung intensity ng level of your activities. And also, you also have to bear in mind, it's very important that you have to recognize, no, yung mga changes na nangyayari din at nararamdaman mo, para makita mo din yung impact. You can also analyze the impact of your chosen recreational activity. So, you're not just enjoying, and you might experience yung advanced fitness level. Okay? So, that's how important, why you have to know your physiological indicators. Now, here, let me guide you in your activity getting preparation. As you prepare for a certain activity, kung di man ngayon that you can engage to outdoor camping or recreational activity, but somehow this could be an added help. Yeah, so sabi nga natin, it's a signal, okay, for your body on how it will respond to the varied activities and even the changing environment. So to check on your current status, try to compute for your heart rate, your resting heart rate, your target heart rate, and your moderate intense and vigorous intense and maximum, and also your RPE. So you just have to write your current status result in the table. So ito yung magiging table. So for example, before you engage to a certain activity, no, you just have to check. So again, for your resting heart rate, no, again and again, it's better to get your resting heart rate when you wake up in the morning. So at least less activity talaga ang inyong isinagawa. Now, maximum heart rate, to get your maximum heart rate, again, you just have to subtract 220 minus your age. Now, we also have the target heart rate. So again, no, ang target heart rate natin, it's within the uh, 50 to 70%. Okay, so again, the target heart rate during moderate intensity activity is yung 50% to 70% ng inyong maximum effort. Meanwhile, kapag vigorous intensity, nasa ano din yan, 70 to 85% of maximum. So since you get your heart rate, your maximum heart rate, okay, so you just have um, to get the target heart rate. So within the percentage. So remember, for what is the percentage for moderate intensity and for the vigorous intensity. Now, we also have here the rate of perceived exertion. So you might use the 0 to 10, or if you want, you can use yung Borg scale na tinatawag natin, wherein it starts with the 6-point scale, wherein no effort, up to 20, okay, which is the maximum effort. Okay, so it's better, okay, to get these physiological indicators before you engage to such activities. Kung hindi man camping or swimming, somehow other activities that you want to engage in, okay, so at least you would know how your body will respond to different physical activities, even your progress because of the intensity ng activities na ginagawa ninyo or gagawin ninyo. So that is the how to do this activity, getting preparation. And this time, I want to know your learning for today's lesson. So let's have here a 1-minute essay. Now, the question here is, okay, how will you prepare for an outdoor camping and swimming in terms of physiological indicators? Now, I want you to please type in your answer sa ating comment box. So again, the question is, how will you prepare for an outdoor camping and swimming in terms of physiological indicators? So I'll give you 1 minute to prepare, and then while thinking of your answer and as you write your answer sa comment box, let me greet po ang ating mga viewers. Okay, good morning kay Hazel Lalantacon, watching from LPCES, Malapatan District, Saranghani Division. Jocelyn Taco Lehencio from 12 ABM Empathy, Parada National High School, Senior High School. We also have here Aries Canlas Simangen. Good morning from 12 Gas Integrity, Parada National High School. Yeah, good morning ulit sa'yo, Aljon S. Patricio. Still from General T. De Leon National High School. Welcome, John Paul Abera, Jessa Fadol, Catherine Ewad. Good morning then, Ana Erlinda Cabanting, Angel Ann Asherda, and also we have IB Ortega from 12 Gas Integrity, Parada National High School. So, thank you for tuning in. So, our 1 minute is over. So, can you tell me how will you prepare for an outdoor camping and swimming in terms of physiological indicators? Yes, you have to get your resting heart rate and also your maximum heart rate. So depending also the activity, kung ito naman ay passive recreational activity, okay, as you engage to this one. So yung pacing, yes, that's right. You also have to check your pacing so that it will prepare you for a more challenging activity. Yes, that's also correct. So once again, yes, yan po ang ating ang mga physiological indicators if you engage to outdoor camping and swimming. All right. So I hope you were able to learn such physical indicators, as well as to know how important is this before you engage to different activities, okay? Either a more challenging activity. So, at least you know how to allocate yung energy that you will be needing, yung mga store energy na resources na kailangan nyo so that you can cope up with the environmental changes or even yung challenging activities that you can experience from this kind of activity. All right. So that's for the outdoor camping and swimming in recreational activities. I hope very much clear. And since we are encouraged to stay at home, no, somehow whenever it's okay na to go outside and do this kind of activities. So I hope you would still remember these physiological indicators that you have to put in mind. All right. And let me thank you for participating and for being with me as we have the week 4 lesson for health optimizing physical education 4. So your comments and suggestions are very welcome. So you may email us at edtech@deped.gov.ph. And with that, please remember this one, no? The body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy. So that's according to a proverb. No, students, let us not hinder ourselves to take the opportunity to play, to laugh, and do activities that will give joy in our hearts. So let us engage ourselves in recreational activities or other physical activities that will benefit our body, mind, and spirit, despite the limited activities that we can do, as we are encouraged to stay at home. So once again, this has been your ETUlay online tutor for Hope for Tutor Shen, saying be safe, be active, and be healthy. So see you again next Tuesday. God bless everyone.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!